Let's make sure the volume is on. Hello, 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 Facebook. Okay, let's just see. This light is kind of bright. Let's play with the light. Is that better? That seems less intense. All right, let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. I'm super, super excited for this challenge. The I Am Worthy AF challenge. I'm so excited you ladies are jumping on. Hey Valerie, hello Angel. Let me know who is here. If you watch this on the replay again, go ahead and type replay, say where you're from. I'll come back and give you some love. The big deal is I need to know who is here, who's ready to take control of the rest of this year, 2018. Can you believe we are 50 days left-ish before the new chapter starts? I am so fired up, women. I cannot wait. As you are all jumping on, tell me who's here. I'm just gonna do a really quick Instagram video to let the people know there, let them darlings know to come join us. As you all jump on, come say hey. Hello Instagram, I am jumping on my Feed That Glow Facebook page to start the I Am Worthy AF challenge. If you are joining us, make sure you get on. We're waiting. Sweet! Sweet, sweet, sweet. Ladies, tell me what is up? What is up? How has your Saturday been? I'm going to tell you about my Saturday in a little bit. It was a little bit cuckoo, but it's good. It is good. Let me just make sure I got that on. Okay, perfect, perfect. All right, so again, show me who's on, who's on, who's on. Joanna's on, Melanie's on, Caro is on. Hello, hello, hello. How do you like the new light? It's a little bit bright. I'm gonna play around with this and get used to it, but this is like my new office space because my husband, I got a job. He gets to work from home and we share the office. And by share, I mean, I pretty much just have a desk there and the living room is my palace. I love it, I love it, I love it. Hey girl, thanks. I am so excited. So if you ladies would do me a huge, huge favor, I need you to tag your sisters. Tag your sister pals, your sister friends, your gal pals, whatever you call them. Tag your girls. Let them know to get on here because what is going to happen in the next 5 days, I am hoping to just shake y'all up. I want to shake you all up because it is time, women. It is time to help you understand that you are already worthy AF right now in this moment. No prerequisites, I promise. Pinky swear. And you need to tell your girls. You need to tell them this is happening right now. All right, thank you. Caro is tagging her friends. She's tagging the girls. Let me know, girls. Awesome. All right, so let's just say how this is, hey, Tara's here. How this is gonna work, ladies, is it is a challenge. It is a free challenge. At the end of this challenge, whoever completes, you're gonna have tasks to do, little mini goals that might scare you, push you out of your comfort zone, but that is how we grow. I'm gonna push you a little bit. We're gonna start small, then I'm gonna push you, and you're gonna jump, and from there, you're gonna share with me all the things that I've asked you to do, and I will be picking one winner to win a 30-minute free coaching call with me. Like a clarity call is what I call them, just to figure out what's happening on in your life. Let's do all the things. So I'm so happy. Look, people are, yes, Kettle, you are the bomb.com. Girls, Val's tagging all her friends. You ladies are amazing. Okay, so keep tagging your friends. Here we go. Let's get into it. I Am Worthy AF challenge day 1. Here we go. All right. Oh, also, ladies, after this video, give me a few hours, because once you understand my Saturday, you'll understand. I have been fired up to do this challenge pretty much since I got back from San Diego. I went to Pays to Be Brave. Oh my God. I'm going again next year. Guaranteed. It is happening. I'm putting that out in the universe. It will happen. And I'm going to convince some of you ladies to come because y'all need to be there. But listen, since Pays to Be Brave, this challenge has been it's been brewing in my heart. And I'm like, I need to get this out. I need to tell the women that weren't there all the things. I need them to see that they are already worthy right now. They don't need anything. They got it in them. I want them to stop looking outside for the validation because it is all in here, women. That is my whole goal. So since Pays to Be Brave, this has been just brewing. For those of you who don't know what that is, it was a conference in San Diego. So 500 women, female entrepreneurs of all kinds of businesses got there. And for me, let's just pause this story, go back a bit. So as I just said, my husband just started working and it's amazing. He's got actually a job that's in his field. It fires him up and I'm just like, so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. But before this, he was unemployed for 6.5 months. So this summer, and anybody who's following our story together, we're on this journey to debt free. We're doing all the things just to try to level up in our lives, right? And the thing is that this summer we were on it with our budget. Then we kind of fell off our budget a little bit. And the thing is I saw this advertised, the Pays to Be Brave was being advertised. And I was like, oh my gosh, where is it? It's in San Diego. Oh my gosh, how much is it? That was kind of stretchy. It was stretchy, right? I didn't really have the funds. It was stretchy. And it wouldn't let me go. I couldn't sleep. It was in my bones calling me, you need to be here. You need to be here. So after a few sleepless nights, tell me if you ever had this experience. Give me one in the comments or give me whatever your favorite emoji is in the comments if you have ever had that experience where you're like, your soul is calling to you. You're like, I know I'm supposed to be there. I'm supposed to go do this experience, but the funds, right? The funds. So after a few sleepless nights, this is what happened. Mark was like, what is up? Right? Why can't you sleep? And yes, girls, you feel me. And the thing was, I was like, babe, I want to go to this thing. And he's like, so go. Right? And then I was like, but look at all the progress we've made. If I go, I'm like, we're pausing everything and kind of going back just a little bit. And he's like, we know what we're doing now. We got to figure it out. So let's just, yes, girls, you're feeling me. Give me those emojis. So he was like, what is the worst thing that can happen? I love that man so much because he puts it back into, uses the same words I use. What is the worst thing that can happen, right? We stall our debt repayment by a few months, right? Is that the end in the grand scheme of things? Is this the end of the world? And I was like, So he's like, just do it. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing it. Bought the tickets, bought the plane tickets, bought the tickets to the event itself. And then I was like, Then I started looking at the event and all the rooms were sold out. So this freaked me out because I'm like, oh my God, I'm traveling that far. And listen, ladies, if you've never traveled by yourself, you need to, because yes, it is very uncomfortable, but it is also so amazing. It just breaks you open, right? Just to be doing all the things. So I've traveled before by myself, okay? I was not a stranger to that, but traveling to another country alone kind of freaked me out just a little bit. So my big thing was like, okay, I'm gonna get there. First of all, I gotta find roommates. So by some miracle in the group for the event that was happening, I was like, yo, I need a roommate, right? And the universe gave me 3 other girls, so it was amazing. So I met 3 other really amazing souls who are already doing incredible work in the world now. And we were like aligned, it was awesome. But because we were chatting before, obviously, right? Gonna talk a little bit. And the thing is that my biggest fear about traveling was that I would be arriving at San Diego at like midnight, okay? So my husband's like, okay, so you teach self-defense, you live in yellow, we call it, when you know self-defense and how to handle yourself and all the things. You think the bad guys are gonna wait for you at the airport, right? So fears, right? Fears can hold us back all the time. They're barriers. And I was like, yeah. Right? And he's like, listen, if it makes you feel safe, when you land, give me a call until you get to your Airbnb. It's like really not a big deal. So I did. That man, I called him. It was 3 a.m. here, okay? Talked to him for a good 15 minutes before I finally got into my Airbnb. And actually, if we're talking about fear, my biggest fear was like arriving in a new place. I don't know anything, right? I don't know exactly what to expect. So I arrived and I already had one roommate there. Okay, so she was already there, but she was already in bed. And I had the instructions to get into the Airbnb, but I freaked out. You know, when you're scared, you can't think. So I get out of the taxi and I'm like looking at the place and it's dark. Like it wasn't really well lit, the streets, okay? It wasn't really lit. It was a nice neighborhood, but I wasn't expecting that. I couldn't see the numbers on the houses. I mean, that's like anywhere, right? The other day I had to drive my son somewhere and I couldn't, like you can't see numbers on houses. So I was like, oh my God, oh my God. So I'm on the phone with Mark and I got my suitcase and I'm standing on the first landing and I'm like, which way do I go? Is it right or is it left? Like I panicked, right? And he's like, just take a deep breath, you know, put me on speaker, look at your pictures. Cause like I had it all, I took snapshots and I'm like panicking. I'm like, oh my God, I can't think. And then it had to happen. I tell him, Mark, I need to hang up with you because I need to call the girl that's inside, like my roommate, to come and tell me which side, right? And I have to pray that she's gonna answer her phone because you know? So here I am on the landing, freaking right out because I'm like, what? And thankfully she answered the phone and I'm like, okay, Annalie, like I'm scared. And she's like, oh, Crystal is just, you know, it's on the right side, blah, blah, blah. And I could hear the dogs because the Airbnb was attached to the owner's house and I could hear their dogs barking. And I was like, oh my God, like, you know, and I don't know where I am. It's scary. So anyways, long story short, I got in, but I had to face my fear. My whole fear that I thought would happen happened. And you know what happened? I'm still alive. I made it through, right? I might have had a little bit of like panicking and all the things, but I did it, right? So this is why this whole event really fired me up to be like, I am going to come back and I want to be a better leader to you ladies. I want to help you understand that you are already worthy right now. And yeah, fears happen. Fears are actually your flashlight of where you need to go. You need to do the thing that you're scared of doing. Why? Because that is where your growth is. So all that to say, San Diego. So I had many things happening. I didn't really have the funds. I was scared to be alone. I mean, obviously after I met my first roommate, it was golden. After that, it was like, and broke me right open that whole weekend. But it just made me understand that I want to be a better leader to you ladies and I want to help you stand in your power because the truth of the matter is too many of us are giving our power away too easily. And the thing is when I started Feed That Glow in 2015, I started it because I remembered that we all have a glow. I mean, if you look at any little kid, let's think of you when you were like 2 or 3 years old. My niece, she's friggin' adorable. She's sassy AF and she is boss, okay? And she can do anything. She can do anything. Why? She believes it. She has not been tainted by society telling her she can't. Okay? Tell me if you feel this. Tell me if you feel this. She has not been told no by society that she can't, especially because she's a girl, right? This hasn't happened yet. Okay? But this is the reality for a lot of us, for all of us females. We live in a male-dominated world, and this is not to be like all sexist and stuff. It's the reality of things, and we get told no. Okay, not that no is a bad thing, but we get told no, or we get told something about either our bodies or about how we look, because beauty objectification, like let's just be honest, is still the standard in our currency. That is like our worth, and you know, here I am trying to fight against this whole pushback. And yes, self-love, all the things, but let's be honest, it's a lot deeper than that, okay? Self-love, you gotta get deeper than that, okay? So I want you to think back to when you were a little girl, or maybe you have a little girl, or think of any little kid, okay? They have that, that capacity to get after what it is they want. They're gonna fail at it, for sure, but they're gonna get right back up and keep going. Okay? Because failing is first attempt in learning, right? We didn't learn how to walk the first time we stood. We fell probably like tens of thousands of times before taking one step. Okay? So I want you to see this. I want you to see this. We're going to start to like deconstruct all the narratives, all the stories that we have developed and held on to. Somebody gave it to us and we held it like it was our identity. So this whole 5-day challenge is to really help push past those stories, okay? Again, ladies, go share this with your friends. We're gonna do we're gonna have some golden nuggets drop. So here it is. When I started Feed That Glow, it was basically that. It was like, man, I had already burnt out twice. Why? Because I thought busy was a badge of honor, which, ladies, it is not. You cannot be do. No. You gotta be. You have to let yourself be. We can't always be in do mode. We can't. We are human beings, not human doings, okay? Busy is not a badge of honor. And I'm really sorry for those women who think that that's what is gonna get you your worth. It is not. Okay, that is not who you be, who you are right now, not what you do. It's not about what you do in life. It's who you be. It's how you show up, okay, in your world, in your relationships, all the things, body, everything. So I had burnt out twice because obviously I didn't learn the lesson the first time around, but I had this narrative that my only worth was if I was like hustling hard. Okay, and I'm not about to say it's not okay to have goals to hustle hard for, but if all you're doing is go, no, you need to get off that train, girlfriend. You need to get off that train. You need to start asking for support. You need to have to ask for, and you need to establish boundaries, right? All the things. So when I started Feed That Glow, it was basically that. It was about saying, man, I had lost my glow. I have pictures from the times that my first burnout especially, and I was like, oh my God, I don't even have a glow. It was Mark who had said, he's like, oh, it's like you don't even have your glow anymore. And I remember thinking, am I ever gonna get that back, right? And then when I burnt out my second time, same thing. I felt it coming on. I was like, I'm not even glowing anymore. It's gone, right? So somewhere along the way, we have been taught to just push that glow down. We've been told no. We've been told we can't do what it is we want to do because we can't. We've been told we can't go after what we want because somebody else is doing it, right? And I want to tell you that the minute we shift these conversations, the world opens up. It is not a zero-sum pie. It is not. There are many personal trainers on this planet. Okay, there are many nutritionists on this planet. There are many self-love soldiers on this planet. Okay, I'm just talking about my field of expertise right now. But how I say the things I say, that matters. And how she says the things she says, that matters. It's not because she's more qualified in this than I'm less qualified in anything. And we can actually be saying the same friggin' message, but it's just because it's in our own unique story and voice, it resonates, right? So I want to clear that out. Abundance all the way. So the thing is, girls, we give our power away way too much. Somebody will say something, somebody will do something. You see it all the time on Facebook, right? You see it all the time. And it's like, no, listen. They can't take your power if you don't give it to them. Mic drop, right? Somebody could say something, somebody can do something. For sure it hurts. But listen, the problem I think that we have as a humanity is we think that we shouldn't have problems. We think that life is supposed to be easy. No, girlfriend, no. It's gonna challenge you, just like a seed. When you plant a seed, if life was easy and you planted a seed, do you think you'd have any kind of fruit or flowers or trees or whatever the hell that seed is? No, it wouldn't grow. A seed has to break open. How does it break open? Through pressure. How do we break open? Experiences. And it all comes down to how we take these events that happen to our life and the intent we create around it, the stories we create around it. If somebody walks out of your life, you gotta let them go. You can't hold on tightly to keep them, right? And it hurts because you hold on too tightly. In 2017, that was the worst friggin' year of my life. The worst. Up till now, like I'm 40. And guess what? I'll have more. But right now, I'm gonna embrace that things are nice again, right? 2017 was so friggin' hard. My marriage was like, it was hard, right? It was hard. It was really hard. And it was life. I could have laid down. I could have been like, nah. But what that taught me was that my self-worth is not attached to any relationships. It's not attached to any role because I'm already whole. You're already whole. So this whole I Am Worthy AF challenge is just to help you realize that you already are enough. You just forgot. I want to help you remember that. I want you to see you're it, girlfriend. You are it. You got magic inside of you. Man, you got magic inside of you. You know it. That little thing that lights you up when you think of something you like doing, that's your magic. If you like to sing, you like to dance, you like to knit, all the things, that's your magic, right? And I want to help activate you. I want to activate you to step into your power, to go and be it. It's not fake it till you make it, it's be it. Be it, because you are it. Go back and find it. It's hiding inside of you. Somewhere along the way, somebody just told you no, or somebody told you you suck, or somebody said, I don't want you in my life anymore. And you took that as your identity. You created a story around that said, man, I guess it's true. I've had friends leave me, really friggin' close friends. Let's talk about girlfriends when they break up with you. I feel that hurts more than when a man does. When a lover leaves you, man, at least we can talk about it. We can cope through it. We can figure things out. When a girl leaves you, tell me if you feel this. Tell me if you feel this. Hello, Marie-Louise. When we are friends with our girlfriends, we are on a whole other intimate level. We are deep. We are connected. It's hard to explain. You ladies know what I'm talking about. It takes forever to just open up. And some of you ladies have been hurt so bad that you think that all women are catty. You think all women are out to just gossip and cause crap. That is not true. That is a story that you took from an event that happened to you, and you're just putting it all on the rest of us. That is not true. Sure, there are copycats. There are copycats out there, and there are people who are not living in their integrity and being as authentic as they could. That's not you. That is not about you. That is about them. That is about their journey. We all get there when we all get there. So I want you to know, this whole challenge is going to be to really challenge you to sit and think, what stories have I taken as my own and really thought as my identity? And you get to say if you still want to hold on to it, or if you just want to let it go. So I'm fired up, girls. I am fired up, as you can tell. So day one's challenge. What I want you to do is I want you to think of the power of your words, the power of your thought, the intent behind all the things. See, when I give self-love talks to schools, high schools, I've had parents, I give talks to parents as well, tell me, we live in such, let's just be honest, let's call it as it is. There is a dieting industry that is feeding off of our insecurities. Yes, I'm a personal trainer. Yes, I sell programs, but we deal with the feeling work. We deal with the body work, right? The thing that I have a trouble with is the $80,000 or whatever the hell it is, billion-dollar industry that's telling us that you're not enough. You're not enough, right? And there's such a disconnect. I remember when I used to be a trainer in person, I can't tell you how many ladies I would train that all we'd have to do is lay on the floor and do some breathing work because they were crying, they broke. That's how feelings go through us. I can't tell you, even myself, sometimes I'll be in a session and I get so angry. It just comes at me and I just get so angry, or I just cry, right? It's the feelings. They're just processing through. That's what it is. We're meant to do this. We are emotional beings. Actually, I'm going to actually take that further. We are spiritual beings living a human mess, right? And we don't talk about emotions, but we need to. So when I give my talks in schools, I actually had one parent write in, and I share this because I think it's pretty deep. One parent wrote in and said that I forget how old the little girl was grabbing her stomach. You know, and I remember I used to do that too, grabbing her stomach, and said, I'm fat. And her mother's response was, oh no, baby, you're not. That is where the issue is. The intent behind the word. There's no difference between the word fat and apple. It's the meaning we put behind the words, ladies. It is the meaning, right? That would have been an awesome opportunity to say, honey, That's skin. That is skin. And you know what? In this world, is there only one way to have a body? Like when I give my talks into the high schools, I get the girls to do some activities like some soul work, shadow work, to see what it is that's stuck in their heads with stories that they've developed. And I say teenage girls, but I know we all still have those traumas because we carry them into adulthood. What you don't heal, you pass on. What you don't heal, you pass on. And we're all doing the best we can with what we got, with the parents who raised us or with the adults who raised us. They did the best they could with what they had, okay? It's up to us now to do different. Not better, different. And then our kids are going to do different because we're going to keep continually to evolve. So we all come with stories, lineage, stories that are not ours, but we take as our own identity. So the whole thing is when I talk to these girls, they all have stories that they've developed around their bodies, but they're not even their stories to start with. They're not. Right? Did you know that we have over 5,000 images we see daily on Instagram, on any kind of platform, magazines, all the things, all Photoshop filtered, all the things. And listen, ladies, I don't have anything wrong with wanting to be beautiful. I think that we should all want that. It makes us feel good. It's the means to the end to get there. Or it is the definition of what is considered beautiful that I have an issue with. Right? It is not a one-size box. It is not. So I'm fighting against this fat-phobic society because there is not one way to live. There's not one way to occupy space in your body. There's not. So when a little girl asks you, or even, let's take this deeper, when you're looking in the mirror yourself and you start picking yourself apart, I want you to see you as that 4 or 3-year-old little girl. And I want you to look at yourself and then tell her that she's not enough. Let's see what that does, right? Because the thing is, you can't heal a body you hate. You can't. You have to come from compassion. You have to come from acceptance. It's not self-love. It's not self-love. It's not write down 20 things that you love about yourself. Let's get back to baseline. What can you accept about yourself? Let's get back to base. There's too much of a disconnect. It's too far apart, the gap. So we go from hate. We can't go from hate to love. We got to work our way slowly. So this is what I do when I do my teaching work, when I give my talks, because self-love, that's too complex. And when we do those things and you're at the other end of the spectrum, damn, that's hard. Then you think that you're still messed up. That's hard. That's pressure. Take that off, girlfriend. I want us to think, so this is what it is. Day 1's challenge. I'm not going to take all your time, girls. I'm sorry, I'm all fired up. Day 1's challenge. I want you to think of your words, your intents, your thoughts, right? I want you to think about that. Here's my example, perfect example of this. Saturday. I started this day out thinking, I got up early today because I'm always fired up on the weekends is when I do all my feet that glow. I can't wait. And when I got up and started working, I can't even tell you, sometimes life happens. We have life days. And what happened is I had all these plans and all of a sudden all kinds of extra imposed schedules that were not mine fill up my agenda, okay? Fill up my day. And how it ended was I came home from doing my grocery run and my milk, brand new milk, all over my floor, okay? And I'm trying to get supper ready. Anybody who follows us know that usually Mark's the chef, but I'm trying to like step up in my being and help my man out. And I had milk all over the floor. And the thing is, I lost it. I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. This life is too hard. I need support. I need help. It's hard. It's hard. Can you lower that, guys? Guys? What is this? Look. Turn that off. The ladies need to hear this. They're going to hear a behind the scenes of the Mama C. Because no, I am not perfect. I lost it. I was like, I can't do this anymore. My boys stepped up right away. Loic washed the floor. Zach was helping me put groceries away. I was trying to chop all this stuff to get it ready. And in my head, I kept saying, okay, I can keep down this path of being really frustrated, or I can do a contrast. When you contrast, you do the opposite of what you want to do. Okay, so yeah, I was in it. I let myself live it for a few seconds, maybe a few minutes, because I'm still practicing, because nobody's perfect and we should never try to be perfect. Perfection is not a space anybody should try to occupy. No, we're working from a space of excellence and understanding that sometimes your excellence today is going to be subpar. Okay, mine was subpar, PMSing. Okay, so as I'm driving Zach to his appointment, he had to go do something, and I'm driving him. I could feel, he's an empath, my son, Zach, my second boy, he's an empath. And he could feel all of the things. And he was frustrated and aggravated, and he was nervous about what he had to go do. And I said, hey, buddy, you can take a deep breath. So we do some breathing work, okay? We did some breath work, because I'm big on that. And then I said, I want you to know, thanks, babe. as he's giving me a gift. I'll check that out in a sec, love. I said, I want you to know, Zach, that what you're holding right now is not even yours. You could drop it. And he was like, what? I said, all those feelings, that's mine. You're an empath, you're holding that for me. What you feel inside of you, that's all mine. I'm frustrated. But I said, listen to what we're gonna do, bud. This is beautiful. Okay, we're gonna contrast. And he was like, what's that? I said, instead of continuing on this path and then just poisoning the rest of the night, right? Because I could have done the whole martyrdom then. That's what I was doing, being a martyr. Oh, it's always me. Nobody helps me, right? You ladies feel me, right? And then what happens with that? Resentment. What happens with resentment? It's poison. It poisons relationships, okay? Why? Because it's our expectations that we put on somebody else. It's our expectations that we expected from somebody else. That always causes heartbreak. You need to drop the expectations. When you're upset at somebody, turn the mirror around. You're not really upset with them. You're not. You're upset at yourself because you expected something else and you got something different. Okay? So what I told him is, bud, we're going to contrast. And what contrast is that instead of this continuing down this path, tonight we're going to do a family date night movie. It's going to be awesome. And when dad gets off work, we're going to talk about this. And what's beautiful about it is the contrast is we're going to have Sunday family meetings to discuss. I'm going to call them traffic meetings. What is coming up in the week? So that I don't show up with everybody's schedules being thrown at me when I had another vision happening. Hey, Noella's on. That's my cousin. It's my cousin, but she's my cousin. So that's the thing. So I want you to think about your thoughts, your words, your intent, right? I want you to think about that. And you're going to contrast. So anytime that you feel that you're not enough, I want you to sit with that. Where does it feel in your body? What does it actually feel like in your body? Right? Sit with it. And then you're going to contrast. You can choose different. And this is how you're going to show me that you're doing this day one challenge. You are going to go and unfollow 10 accounts, 10 pages, 10 places, wherever you hang out online, girlfriend. I want you to get off of those accounts. Bye-bye. Bye, girl. Bye. Because if those pages, places, spaces don't make you feel like you can be your whole full self, you don't need those pages in your spaces. You don't, okay? And if that means you gotta say bye to Feed That Glow, I love you. Come back when you feel like you need to. But you need to understand, you cannot hold on. I can't tell you how many ladies I've coached who are afraid to put on a Facebook status. That is your diary. And I'm not saying like put on a status of like throwing other people under the bus. Ladies, we're going to get into that during the challenge. When we got class, okay? We have class. We are classy ladies, right? It's okay to be upset, but you should not let your fingers do the talking when you're feeling it in the moment, okay? We be classy, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to sit with it and I want you to think, am I able to post what I want on my page? I had a woman tell me she was sharing potty training, like, yay, my daughter potty trained, whatever. And somebody actually said, I don't want to see this on your page. Bye, boy, bye. That's what I wrote. It's her damn page. You don't like it, get off, right? This is what I'm talking about. We give people their power away. Stand in your own, create those boundaries. And this is where we're going to start. We're going to start small, women. We're going to start small, girls. Start small, 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 my loves. How? You're going to look at, yes, does it have to be a person or pages? Whatever. I'm going to say both. And this is how you're going to do it. That's going to be a two-parter, okay? It's going to be a two-parter because it might be easy at the beginning to be like, no, 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 bye, bye, bye. Then, if you do follow certain people, certain pages, and you're like, oh, I just really like following this person because this person makes me feel good. okay? This is where you're gonna question if you have them on a pedestal or not. Ladies, listen, you should never put anybody on a pedestal. When somebody's on a pedestal, the only way they can go is down, okay? So no pedestals. We are all the same, human heart to human heart. Don't put people on pedestals. Stop that. Don't put your spouse or your significant other or your kids on pedestals. Stop that. Stop that. Can I get an amen in the comments? Write it in the box right now. Okay? Put that in the box right now. Somebody write this down. Don't put people on pedestals because all they have to go is down. Okay? And guess what? They will disappoint you. Why? Because that's what humans do. Right? They will do something that upsets you and okay? No, we're not doing that no more. You're gonna stop. You're gonna take your power back fully. Nobody is above you. Nobody is below you. We are human heart to human heart. Honey, do you feel this? Yes. So what you're gonna do, once you go through your first list of who you feel doesn't need to be on your page anymore. It could be a person, other pages, whatever, because you don't think that you feel like you can be your own. I wanna know that if you wanna write on your status, I don't know, I farted today in the grocery store. Or whatever. You could put that status and not feel like somebody would judge you. Okay? So if you have people following you on your page, they're gonna be like, right? Bye, girl, bye. Right? This is how you have to take it. Second step, you're gonna start looking at those people that you think inspire you, motivate you, make you feel so good. And then I want you to question, have you put them on a pedestal? And this is how you're gonna know. This is the trick. If you start going through your day-to-day life and you're like, oh, I wonder how she would do it. Maybe she does it better. Maybe then you got to let them go too. And again, if that means feed that glow, I love you. Come back when you're ready. And that, when you say goodbye to those pages, I'm not saying you're physically going to say goodbye to them, but when you unfollow them, it's not forever. This is what I need you ladies to know. Nothing is impermanent except death. You can always come back. What we're doing is trying to get back into you. I want to fill you back up. I'm not filling you up. Wait. Reverse this. I'm not filling you up. I'm showing you the light. I'm flashing it and showing you the mirror and doing a little dance, being like, right here, you are going to fill you up because that's all you need is you. You validate you. Stop looking outside. Look in here. So this is going to be your call to action. This is your challenge for day 1. I'm going to put the graphic, give me about an hour or so. I'm going to share the graphic. Sorry, baby. I hope I'm not too loud. He's working and I get all fired up. And I'll put the graphic so you'll be able to share that on social media as well. Tell all your girlfriends to get in here. And here is what I'm going to say about that. Yes, as a challenge. Yes, you can win a 30-minute free call with me, a clarity coaching call. But I don't want you to not tell people because you don't want to not win, okay? We're going to start practicing abundance and put out in the world, be happy for others, project, and the universe shows up for you because we are all source energy. We are all co-creating our lives with God, universe, love, whatever you want to call it, okay? I'm a believer, right? And if you hold on to everything and you're afraid to share and tell people, we're going to talk about that this week. But when you do that, you see how my hands are closed? You can't receive either. Okay? So this is how you're going to do it. I love you ladies so much. Tell me, if you come back and watch this on the replay, you tell me and I'm going to come back and say, hey, I'm going to look at all the comments as well. And yes, share this video, tag your girls, your girlfriends. I'm going to put the graphic up very shortly. And then first I'm gonna open this box. I'm guessing it's chocolate. Oh my God. My son knows me so well. When mommy gets a little bit it's cause, PMS time, it's good. I'm raising really good little men. And then I'll put the graphic up and then you ladies can share that as well and come back and post. So it's a 5-day challenge. So we're going for 5 days, tomorrow included, and I'm going to choose the winner by Friday. So I'm gonna let the new women who are getting tagged into this get caught up. But just because I'm saying Friday doesn't mean that you can wait till last minute. I want urgency in your life, okay? I want urgency. Oh, it says low connection. I want urgency. I want you to show up for yourself, okay? So do it. Do the thing now. All right, girl. I love you. Have a good night. I'm so excited to eat this chocolate and I'll go create that graph or finish creating the graph. See you all tomorrow.